What's up, YouTube? And today I'm going to be doing a video talking about close to, let's see, I started growing my beard back in January. That was when I shaved in the beginning. So January, February, March, about to be April, close to 4 months of beard growth, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm just gonna continue to keep using minoxidil more because I feel like I still have a lot to go. And right here, I feel like is really patchy right here, and I'm just gonna go back on it and just keep applying. I feel like under here, this is probably like my strongest like part of growth, of using minoxidil under here, because this was like the first results that I started seeing in the first couple of days and weeks of using minoxidil. Was the chin hairs. It started becoming vellus hair. Like, it started off as vellus hairs, and when I first started off, I had like a little bit of hair on the sideburns area, but it wasn't, you know nothing crazy. But I think definitely the cheeks area is really patchy, and I'm going to continue. I might start derma rolling again, but in my personal opinion, I don't really think that derma rolling makes a huge difference for me. I mean, I don't know. When in the beginning of my journey, I was using it like maybe once or twice a week, but I didn't really see much difference, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not patient enough. I don't know. But I might start back up again and see how it works. Just giving it a little bit more time. But I mean, I like what I have so far, but I think, I definitely need to keep applying minoxidil because my hairs are not terminal. And yeah, one thing I want to talk about in this video is, for me, I've yet to experience a shedding phase, and it's very annoying, honestly. It's very, very fucking annoying. The fact that I haven't had a shedding phase yet. I mean, I don't know if this happens to a lot of people, but for me personally, I've yet to experience that. It would be nice, to experience that so I can get these hairs to turn terminal. But fucking A, man, this really is a journey, honestly. You know, and that's why in this video I want to talk about, guys out there that are trying to, start this journey off. I would recommend, be realistic, and be patient, honestly. Know what you're capable of, and be realistic, because honestly, I don't think this journey is going to work for every single guy out there. It just, I would just see what would happen for you, because at the end of the day, I think genetics do still play a huge role. Because if you look at my shit, in my opinion, I think I've got great results, and I think I'm going to make a video on where I came from, where I started off from, because when I started off, I didn't have no fucking facial hair at all. So I guess I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It did help me out a lot. There's no fucking doubt about it. Because when I first started off, I could not grow shit, honestly. I couldn't grow nothing on my face before I started. Before I started this journey back in the end of October of 2019, the first couple of months before that, before starting in the end of October, I tried to, not shave, just let everything grow and see if my beard will come naturally, and I still couldn't grow anything. I could always naturally grow a shitty mustache. I could always grow the soul patch area, maybe a few, 2 or 3 little chin hairs, but other than that, I couldn't grow shit on my face. I could barely grow any facial hair on my chin, and when I tried growing it for a couple of months before I ever even thought of using minoxidil, I still couldn't grow anything. The most I could grow was a few hairs on my sideburn areas, but that was about it, honestly. And let's talk about how I found out about minoxidil. So when I first found out about it, you know, I had been watching this guy on YouTube, of a YouTuber called Alpha Destiny, and he had the same problem too. You know, he couldn't really grow a full beard. You know, he couldn't grow shit on his face. You know, he had no fucking facial hair at all. And then he starts using this shit, and then out of nowhere his shit just starts becoming full. And then when I seen this video back in 2019, you know, I kept watching it, and then I just started to look into it, you know, because I was thinking maybe this shit really can work. You know, I had to really think about it, honestly, because I always thought that maybe it just came natural to him. But once I started looking up into it, there was fucking crazy guys out there making results off this shit who couldn't grow shit on their face. And that's when I knew that it wasn't bullshit. Just like Alpha Destiny told me, or told a lot of us on his YouTube about the minoxidil, that it wasn't bullshit. And that's when I decided to give it a try. Of course, I did, you know, I looked into the side effects, you know, I looked at, you know, I looked up a lot of information on it, you know, and I decided to give it a try. You know, I was like, fuck it, why not give it a try, you know? And, so when I first started off, I started off with the liquid topical solution Equate brand from Walmart. Personally, for me, I don't think the brand matters. It just depends on what you prefer. Personally, I think foam's better. I've gotten results off the liquid my first 3 months, but then I had to switch because I couldn't take it with the, you know, the dryness, the itchiness. Personally, I didn't really experience many side effects from minoxidil. The only side effects I ever experienced on the liquid brand was just fucking crazy dry skin, like white pieces of stuff in your fucking face, and I just got tired of it and then switched to the foam. I was tired of, you know, the liquid taking forever to dry, so I decided to just get foam a try. And personally, I recommend foam. It costs a lot more, but it's worth it and it has a lot less side effects in my opinion, so I would recommend getting that. But yeah, when I first started off, I started off on topical solution, you know, the 3-month supply, and I just, for most of my journey, I was consistent the whole year, twice a day, every fucking day. But I noticed when I first started off, I was very, very impatient. And that's another thing that I need to talk to you guys about, is the fact that if you're gonna go on this journey, do not expect results right away. Do not expect them right away. It's gonna take a couple weeks before you start really seeing any results. I didn't personally start seeing results until maybe like the 10 to 12 week mark. Around 2.5 to 3 months is when I started to really see some like improvement on my face. Because you got to think, if you're starting off on this and you barely have any facial hair, it's gonna take a while. So I recommend be patient and stay consistent, honestly. You know, so many guys on this journey, you know, they want this shit so bad, but they're not willing to put the effort in and keep applying, honestly. You know, if you're not going to sit there and stay on top of it, you know, then there's no point of hopping on this journey, you know. And that's the main thing about this, is just being consistent, and stay patient. Because I noticed when I was on the journey, I was very impatient, honestly. You know, I kept looking in the mirror. You know, I kept, you know, trying to see, you know, man, when am I going to get the results? And patience, really, you really need it on this journey. It's going to drive you crazy. I know how you feel, honestly. You want a beard. You want it right away. You don't want to wait. I understand that. But you have to stay patient and keep applying, honestly. That's the key, is stay consistent on this journey. Do not get lazy. And this really is a journey. I mean, when you first start off on it, you're like, man, I can't wait to apply, you know, And after a while, though, it does become a pain in the ass applying this shit, honestly. After a while, it's like you don't even want to put this shit on your face anymore, because it's a fucking task after a while. You're doing all this shit, all this work, because just to get this shit, honestly. But oh shit, I got that's another thing. Shit gets stuck in my beard all the time. I got fucking string stuck in my fucking beard. But yeah, I would just stay consistent, honestly. That's the best thing I could recommend, and just don't give up. Keep staying consistent and applying. If you're gonna start a journey of minoxidil, I would just, look at the side effects and check with your doctor before you start using this stuff. And know what you want, honestly, and be realistic with yourself. Like I said, although this works for a lot of guys out there, this is not going to work for everybody. I think genetics do play a role to some extent, because I've been applying for most of the whole fucking year of minoxidil, and yet I cannot get it to connect to my mustache. I cannot get much hair in here to grow. I mean, there's small vellus hairs, but it's taking fucking forever. And no matter, I was consistent the whole year. No matter how much minoxidil I apply in this area, the fucking thing just, hair in here just won't fucking grow for whatever reason. And that's what I think. That's just genetics, to be honest with you. I mean, that's the way I see it. Genetics do play a role, on how much coverage you're going to get on your face. I mean, I've been applying here forever, and I cannot get it to connect, honestly. And the average minoxidil journey is from anywhere from 6 to 2 years, honestly. But honestly, 6 months is not enough for your shit to get terminal. I recommend a year. I would at least go a year to 2 years, honestly. I recommend most go to 2 years if you want to make sure everything's terminal, because it takes a while for things to become terminal, because I've yet to still experience a shedding phase, and it's very, very fucking annoying, being on this journey for that long, and then, you do everything right, and it's like, when is this shit gonna end? It really is a journey. That's why I recommend patience, because if you don't have patience on this journey, you're not gonna make it, especially if you're inconsistent on this journey. Now, I can understand if you've been on this journey, you've been consistent for most of your year into this journey, then those guys are different, honestly. I'll admit that after I hit a year point, I just got inconsistent. I haven't been applying much, honestly. After being on this journey for a whole fucking 12 months of a year, I mean, it kind of gets tiring after a while, putting a fucking chemical on your face, doing all this work, applying all this shit, getting it to look right, all this shit just for a fucking beard, honestly. And that's why I think that a lot of guys out there should be patient with themselves and be realistic, and don't be too hard on yourself. You know what I mean? Like I said, this isn't going to work for everybody, honestly. If it doesn't work for you, then just accept it, honestly. It's no big deal. If you can't grow a beard, it is what it is, honestly. It doesn't make you any less of a man, honestly. And I just feel that, this journey is a journey, honestly. You have to stay consistent, and I know I keep repeating myself, but I just want to, make this video so I can help a lot of guys out there who are thinking about going on this journey, honestly, because that's the reality of this. When you're on this journey, it's a struggle, honestly. Constantly applying every single day, trying not to miss a day, trying to stay consistent, applying twice a day, and not trying to bring yourself down, because I'll admit, when I see other guys' beards, I see how good their shit looks on this journey, especially in the minoxidil group. I see dudes have way better results than me, and I think that's another thing, is to stop comparing yourself to other guys on this journey. Worry about yourself, because by you comparing yourself to others, it's just gonna make your journey a lot more stressful. That's why I recommend just be patient and stay consistent and worry about yourself, honestly, because comparing yourself to other people, it's not going to get you anywhere. Not just on this journey, but for this goes for anything in life. You comparing yourself, and I think a lot of us have fell victim to this, including myself. A lot of us like to compare ourselves to others, but I just don't think that's the right way to go about life, because the more you compare yourself to others, the more you're going to stress yourself out. And the same thing can go for this journey, is to just stay on top of everything and work and focus on yourself and just be patient. But that's all I'm going to talk about in this video. I don't want to keep going on ranting. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'm out.